Hey, Joseph.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Bill?
Morning, everyone.
Good morning. Jeff and Nick probably won't be here. Chris, is he around this morning?
As far as I know.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and jump in.
Dave's off too. Al should be here though. I don't know where Al is.
I'm going to go ahead and jump in just because I don't think what I've got to communicate out is going to have a huge impact on anybody other than what they already know. There's Chris. Trying to get back to my list. I mean, really, Lance, you and I have a meeting this afternoon, but we've got a couple meetings. On Sylvania, I think we're squared away there. I'm not going to go into any details on that. You and I are pretty aligned. Paul, you saw that I sent stuff out the Valio this morning. I'm just going to continue to rap on that door. K9 and Ken, Lance, I am finalizing the brief. I'll probably have that over to you maybe around 11 o'clock. And then I put some time on your calendar right before that meeting so we can chat.
Okay.
See if you got any questions about it. Sylvania Off-Road is what it is. Boyd, Bill, just so you know, I can't remember what I told you now, but I continue to pester Tony. They're in the midst of another acquisition.
Yeah.
So, okay. So he and Kurt have been a little hard to get a hold of. So I'm kind of pushing there. And then we've got our initial Libman, I guess, immersion orientation this afternoon. So that'll be Paul, Lance, and I just kind of meeting their internal team. And I copied you yesterday, Bill, and really this is more Jeff and Nick, but we did have a really good presentation to the Eastern European team yesterday for CZ.
Yeah.
So they're aligning on a direction, and they'll get us feedback probably the next day or so. So it should be good there.
I'm glad that went well.
Yeah, and it was good. It was. I mean, it was. Their comments were a little directional and naive. They really weren't commenting on concepts. It was more about, we like this word, we don't like that word. It was that kind of. But Chris, I feel confident that Chris understands how to manage that. So I think we're good there.
Was Tom on the call?
No, it was for CZ.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Tom wasn't on. It was Chris and Dylan, and then the two marketing guys from Czechoslovakia.
Right. Okay.
Or Czech Republic. So I got Chris, you want to go?
Sure. Good morning. UWI. We have a request from Christian for bottom funnel stuff for photography strategy. So Nick saw that yesterday and responded. So he needs to get some things to them this week on that. Art direction kind of stuff, photography direction. We have feedback on the Covation identity that we discussed with them last Thursday. So we have our marching orders there. So that's on the docket for this week. And then we have ongoing work on the selects from the photo shoot. And then once the dust settles with Nick and Jeff, I need to meet more with Nick about ongoing scope opportunities. PGI, we have the guidelines being worked on, and those need to get over to the client hopefully by tomorrow. And I think that's all we're currently doing for them right now, Lance. Yeah.
Yeah, I have the guidelines like 90% of the way done, maybe 95% of the way done. There was something in there it seems like I needed to talk to you about, but I'll reach out if I can remember.
Well, I know
what it
you're
is.
busy today, so if you just want to throw them over the fence, I'll take a look. I have some notes from our call, so if that's more efficient than meeting on it.
Okay, I can't remember what it is because it was last week, so I'll.
No worries. No worries. Erickson, Tyler, I think you saw Tyler put the tagline on hold. Nothing is really compelling to him, so I gave him some ideas about how to work through that right now. I have to reloop with Jeff on this IP innovation stuff. So later on this week, we have some opportunities with OnePulse to move that forward, and he and I just need to meet. There seems to be some ongoing requests from Tyler on icons, Lance, that you're managing through.
Mm-hmm.
And on deck are full color pack layouts. And I'm going to see what the timing is on that, if there's still a need as they continue to roll out their the new brand.
Cool.
Cleanse Oil, we're presenting creative today after the billing meeting. So I think that's at 10:30.
Is it looking good?
Terrible, Bill. Terrible.
That's what I figured. I always like those surprises. They're the best.
So, yeah, I think I invited you as optional, Bill.
Yeah.
It's looking super tight.
Okay.
So these are creative pathways, creative strategy boards that Lance has pulled together, and we have breadcrumbs from the brand positioning, brand strategy, foundation stuff into these creative expression boards. So I think Alan will be pleased, start seeing things come to life and kind of understand the visual environments that are possible for the brand. He has not responded to the request to get us die lines on the packs for concepting, so we can touch base with him on that today.
Has he sent the list of what he needs first yet as well?
Yeah, he has not.
Okay.
I requested those things
Yeah,
a while ago. Anyway, I think it's going well. And then Earth Science, we're just waiting on Jeff on some stuff because as they're finalizing production on their product. And that's all I have.
So thanks, Chris. Michelle, you got stuff to share?
We're working on, we're just working on a bunch of different stuff. We're working on sweepstakes. They're going to be hosting their first annual film festival in Georgia next year, and they're starting to promote that. So we're working on some quick turn stuff for that. Of their licensed products. Basically, it's a catalog of all their licensed products. It's going to be kind of a rush job, probably right after the July 4th holiday. We're waiting for all the asset images to be photographed for that. We just kicked off the next issue of Turkey Call. We've got a couple new vehicle wraps in the hopper. We're also starting to promote the photo contest that they usually start taking entries for here at the end of summer. So we're starting to get all that stuff together. Other than that, This is the week of their board meeting, so Jeff and Nick are in Edgefield this week with them for a few days. They had a kind of an all hands on deck meeting last week with their staff announcing their new structure. So they're going to be going into a new hub structure instead of being run centrally out of Edgefield. They're going to have 5 hubs across the country now that kind of align to their 5 key initiatives. And then they'll have a core hub in Edgefield, which is kind of like their center of excellence for all their finance, legal, marketing, communication. So all their, primary departments will be still running out of Edgefield. But they've got, I guess, some new organizational structure, and Becca mentions there's going to be some role changes. So far we haven't received any formal communication on that. I know our team's been pretty looped in because Nick and Jeff have been involved in a lot of those conversations and meeting with the hubs and helping Jason put together the presentation that was presented last week. But that's kind of a big step change for them. So that'll probably be the focus as we go into the end of the year. And also, I'm sure they're going to want to emphasize that at the convention on the convention side of the event in Nashville. So I guess more to come on that. We'll see if that changes how we work with them. I don't think it will. I don't think it's going to change how we work with them on at least this run the business kind of team, but it might change, some of the names and faces of people that we run the work through. I think Sean, who's been with them, Sean McWilliams, is taking on a more executive leadership role and giving up some responsibilities. And anyway, more to come, but that's kind of a big change happening on their side that was formally announced to the whole organization last week. And then they have their board meetings this week. And then when they get back from the board meetings, we're kind of right in July, they start looking ahead at their fiscal year. They're August to August. So we'll have the annual report. We'll be right on the heels of starting on their annual report here as we get into the beginning of August. So those are the highlights.
Nice. Good. Bill, what do you got?
Not much. I do have one question for Paul. Paul, what's going on with the Varmadex component bullets? Was that job ever started, done, or where is that? There's time against it, but is it done or is that a dead thing? Because I'm trying to clean up the billing for their year end as well.
That's done.
I will bill that today. Okay. That's all I got.
Okay. Joseph, you got anything you need to communicate?
Just working on some stuff. We're going to be moving archives and stuff around here in the coming months, hopefully sooner than that. But yeah, testing's going well with the new solution. We're just debating on how we're going to set it up. Paul, I think we're going to use the client instead of mapping. But yeah, we're going to talk about that more later today. So.
Okay, good. I'm sure Paul will keep us informed.
Speaking of the archives, NWTF is partnering with a distillery to do, I guess, like a limited edition bourbon. We're going to do a kickoff call with them Friday. We're kind of pushing to get involved in that. They were going to manage it directly with the distillery. So I know we've done some of that work before on some of the whiskey and stuff we did before a few years back. We might need to get, we were talking internally, like we should probably dig into those old files.
You're talking about like the old ones that on the drive they gave us, or
no,
about that far back?
We did.
Okay.
It's not. They're not even in WTF files. This is other files our agency did for other liquor. Wasn't it Darius Rucker? Was it Darius Rucker?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
the guy from Hootie or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that's probably 5+ years ago. So we're probably gonna have to pull it out of somewhere.
I can dig for it. I think I know what job you're talking about.
We have a bunch of stuff from Brown-Forman back in the day. We touched a lot of the major brands, Jack Daniels and Early Times and all those a long time ago. So
I mean, it might just be worth kind of taking a preview of what was there, if nothing else, just for inspiration. I mean, I know things probably evolved in that category, but
who should I work with internally? Because somebody that's familiar with what you guys are looking for, we can get on a Teams call and I can get remote into the server so we can look together. That'd be probably the quickest.
Joseph, it should be really easy to find. It's going to be Backstage Whiskey. It's not hard to find.
Just shoot me an email with details and we'll dig for it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to get with Paul. I'll help Paul dig for it. There you go.
Al, you were part of that at some point, weren't you? You probably know better than I would about what we're going to look for. I just feel like that gives us a starting point of stuff that we already, maybe there's some conceptual stuff in there that will generate some ideas. It's going to be a very quick turn project. They have a event in August that they're launching, like the bourbon is going to be distributed or sold or raffled, or I'm not even really sure the dynamics yet, but it will be a really quick turnaround. So we're gonna have the kickoff Friday, and then I think we're gonna have to work on it pretty fast.
So let's try to get that done by end of day tomorrow, if not sooner.
For what it's worth, I experimented with AI and developing whiskey labels. Just kind of one of the first things I was messing with AI, and this was a while ago, and it was terrible at type. Now it's a lot better at type. But
Oh yeah.
you can do some really cool idea starters. You know, if nothing else, like with AI, it's pretty stunning what it can do with whiskey labels.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
If anybody wants to
Right.
do a update on the new models and their capabilities, I'm happy to do. I'm actually doing a lot of local AI right now and APIs, building our own application actually right now. So if you guys want to do a deep dive on it, like a 30 or 1 hour deep dive, just to find, like, I don't know what model you're using or what you used, Lance, but there's Midjourney, there's Fireflies, what we're paying for already. We already have access to that. That's probably the best one to use for us within our tech stack already. But there's a number of solutions. So I don't know what Fisher Designs models and how you guys are doing that, but I'm happy to have that conversation and help.
Cool.
All right, guys,
we're
anything
using
else?
it. We're using it as a tool at least. We just
Hey.
worked on a sweepstakes. Christina did a smack up job on it. She used AI to help her get there.
That's all it is a tool.
Hey, Paul, can you hang on? I got another question for you that I'm going to bore these people with.
Michelle, you look a lot better now. I sent you a text saying that your connection earlier
I
was.
saw that.
Yeah.
I was texting back. I've not had anybody else tell me that I've had any glitchiness, so I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, it was just a moment at the
And I've got
beginning when you start
bar.
talking.
You have.
I have?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
We just figured your internet was a little slow.
Well, I wanted to bring
Oh.
it to your attention because if you're on a phone call with a client or something, that could get frustrating. So I want to make sure. Yeah, that's why I brought it up.
My connectivity bars are all full, so I don't know what's going on. Okay, good to know. I'll
Just something to
kind
keep
of
an
keep
eye
an
on.
eye.
That's all. Yeah, let me know. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
See ya.
All right, guys, thanks a lot.
Thanks.
See you guys later.
We're all signing off.
Love the crew. Holy shit, we're live. Well, wow. Like, really, wow. Lots going on, fam. fucking wild, man. Mac OS Golden Gate. What the fuck is that? Good morning, everybody.
Morning. Hello.
I haven't been to it for a minute. Has anybody been in there?
No.
Still logging me right in. So yeah, I mentioned on status this morning, Scott, I know you weren't there, but I'm not having a whole lot of, I'm not feeling good about the mapping option, the amount of work that needs to do with the passwords. And I really don't want to open the can of worms of having the client, but I think it is going to be the easiest way to manage it. That's what I've come to last week when I was working on it. So
Well, why don't we test it and see whether that works for us? Because I mean, part of the mapping idea there, and I don't know, but like the whole you roll over it and it kind of gives you a thumbnail and stuff like that. Or you use the environment much more than I, but like maybe that's not important for archives. I'm not sure.
well,
But
you'd still get that same. You'd still get. So you're still going to be working on it in Finder. It's like having the OneDrive app as opposed to mapping to a
okay.
drive. Having the client still puts it in your Finder and you can still do all those things. It's just going to be a better. It's a better experience, but it's extra application. Where it was just native to the operating system with a map. Now we're adding an application, but it's still in Finder. So I think that part of it will still be good, if that makes sense.
Okay, so what's the trade-off? I'm not sure I understand.
The trade-off was mapping solution just made it appear to all the users as an external drive, another place to go get files, right? And that's all it was. When you use the Nextcloud environment, it is just like a SharePoint knockoff. You can chat, you can share, you've got personal space, you've got, what else do you have? I mean,
Well, even with the
collaboration
mapping,
tools.
yeah, even with the mapping, that was still their personal space. They just also saw
Mhm.
we were deleting all the other files, so they didn't know. We wanted it. We were presenting it in a way to where it was just a map drive, is all it was. Simple. The only thing that wasn't simple with it was the password management, which we would have a document to help with that, and yada yada yada. But the more I got into it, like I said, the constant having to sign back into the mapping, this and that, with the agent being installed. Let me show you what the agent is. That way you guys have a better understanding of that and what that experience would be like. Let me go ahead and share my screen here. Just working out these little odd bugs and stuff. So I don't think I have the Nextcloud. Yep, right there it is. So up here you'll see I have this little icon up here. This is the Nextcloud. It's going to show up on their computers. They're going to see all of this, and they can see activity that's going on with their account and any shared account. So if anything goes into completed projects, they'll see any activity right here, just like you do in SharePoint. They're not going to, when they go to files, we don't want them doing this, right? We don't want them working from here. What we want them doing is there's a Nextcloud icon right here. And then here's their completed projects. And they can browse just like this. They don't have to use the web browser. They can browse through Finder using this Nextcloud agent here.
Yep.
Yeah,
As opposed to it being like permanently.
Yeah, so this is me. This is me hovering over it and then just hitting space bar to get a. So you can see it's still all very. It's just now we have an app, and it's going to give them the ability to go to the web app and see all this. And I can try to govern some of this and get rid of the extra apps and stuff. I don't know how far I can take that, but I really don't want to have to do all that.
I don't know that that's that much of a risk. What do you think, Paul?
Well, it's not a risk to use it. It's just that it's something you don't really want anybody tinkering with, or they shouldn't need to be in there. I mean, and that's how you can present
noise. Yeah, it's just noise.
Yeah. I mean, you can make it not pop up in your menu bar up above. You can have it installed and have them
Yeah, we can
click
start
that
talking
button
about
off.
that's getting into governance outside of standards, right? So a standard
Yeah,
deployment
yeah.
goes this way. What do we not like about the standard deployment? What do we have to tweak? That way we make that the standard and get everybody set up.
Yeah. And I don't know what else you can do in Next, what kind of settings you can use to not have all those fancy things.
Yeah, like I said, I can look into governance on that. I don't even know if
Yeah.
there is an option to say don't. They only get only the Files app. That's it, and they can't access it through the web. They can only access it through the Nextcloud agent. Like I'm sure there's some kind of governance that we can do to that level. Is that necessary for our team? Is the question. And I think part of this also is this is presenting the tools, but we also have to do proper training. Real big one that I want to hone in on and have sales setups. That way we can make sure that people know that if you need to stick something somewhere and you don't know where to put it, get a hold of IT. They will help, steward that.
Yeah.
Don't create and ask for forgiveness later. Like that seems to be the way to go right now. We need to get control of that to some degree, but yeah, I don't think it's going to be a problem. Outside of this, the only thing I wanted to talk about today was I'd like to have a chat with NWTF, the people that are running, like whoever's in control of the data there and controls the team on how they store stuff, just to review and make sure that we have a good plan for NWTF moving forward. And then sales. I want to talk about sales and marketing and have a location for all that. A hot spot for SharePoint with all of our recent digital assets that we need for marketing and whatnot, but have the big, huge store in Nextcloud, if that makes sense. If that's a thing. I don't know if that's a thing.
That sounds right. Now, we did have conversations with NWTF, and we are, green-lighted to get some of that stuff off. I don't think it's much, but Dave and Michelle were like, yeah, you can get rid of a couple of years of that. And and I think it'd be fine if it were in some sort of environment like this. So what would be next on it? Like, do we want to test with this new approach, or?
Well, do you have the client installed, Paul? Do you have the agent installed, or are you only doing it through the web?
The Nextcloud agent is installed for me is the one that was archive.fisher.
Okay.
So when I go to look at it,
you're going to go up here, you're going to click on your name up here, and then you're going to
wait. I'm not looking at the right screen. Okay.
So you're going to click on the icon up here at the top. You're going to click on your name and then the 3 dots next to your name. That'll allow you to sign out of that account because that's from that old instance that's no longer there.
Yeah.
And once you do that, it should give you the option to sign in. And this time you'll want to sign in with your Microsoft credentials.
3 dots next to my name.
What about
Windows? It doesn't look like that, man.
You want to remove account too. Hold on. So you get back to having this screen right here. So share your screen so we can look at it with you, Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah, so on the icon up there at the top. No, it's in your up by the clock. It's the next cloud icon at the very, very top. To the right.
Which one's next now?
To the left of the
No.
the temperature. It's the one
Temperature.
next to temperature.
All right. Yeah.
Now click on your name, then click the three dots. And remove account. Sorry, just hit remove account. Boom, log in.
Maybe.
That's the server cloud.
I have to say server.
You might have to say HTTPS. I don't remember how they. Yeah, they want you to put the
looks like it.
HTTPS colon whack.
Cool one. That's different.
I'm sitting here trying to dismiss your alerts on your screen. I thought they were mine. All right. What's it say? Oh, yeah. Install.
I didn't spell cloud. I have to spell cloud correctly.
That would help. Yeah. Oh, you need 2 slashes. Hit log in, then grant access, and it should just go ahead and log in because you're already signed into your Microsoft account. So it's going to check against your keychain. There you go.
There we go. Yep. Okay. Yeah, so next cloud is bam, down there.
There it is.
Oh, except I'm locked out of it.
Is that what it says?
Yep, I'm padlocked.
Interesting. Yeah, you were having issues with it last week when we were testing too, weren't you? On Thursday or Friday or whatever day it was?
Yeah, but you know what? I could get in here.
But you can't do anything.
And earlier I could. There, see, look, I can add new files.
But that's so right now you're looking at your OneDrive and there's a shortcut to a shared team folder there. So you can add all the files you want here. This is only you can see that. Nobody else can see that.
Okay.
But once you're in the completed projects folder, it's like, nope.
Locked out.
So, and I think it's been that way since. So I got to look at your permissions.
Yeah.
And for Scott, I believe you had full rights and access to this. You could add things.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was the sales one I gave you access to. You didn't have rights to it. Yeah, I got to look at
I don't remember, but what? So I don't have this app, this Nextcloud
Correct.
client.
There's 2 things to think about here. You're on Windows versus Mac. That's one. And
Right.
2, yeah, we were trying to avoid going that route. Can you download does Nextcloud give you a place on the site to download the agent?
I don't know. I just went to cloud.fisherdesign.com and said I couldn't get it there at all.
Really?
So yeah, I'm gonna go to cloud. Well, you said maybe go ahead and do the HTTPS, right?
Yep.
Cloud. The site can't be reached. On the VPN, should I close the VPN for some reason?
No, the VPN shouldn't have anything to do with it. Sorry, is this your screen now? No, this is still Paul's screen. Do you want to share your screen? Let's take a look at it with you there, Scott. I'm sorry, I was looking at the permissions thing for Paul. I was kind of half with you.
No problem. Check my spelling.
That's weird. I wonder if your DNS.
Well, that's why I was wondering, because it is fisherdesign.com, so if I'm on the VPN.
Yeah, but that means I need to update the server to have a DNS pointing to it. I figured it would pull it through whatever resource. Like it should just be able to find it. It's not just fisherdesign.com.
Yeah, it finds it
It's a
on my
DNS.
end.
It's a DNS issue.
Yeah, I'm going to the server now to add it.
Well, are you on the VPN, Paul?
No,
Yeah, I'm excited to get this project done because that means I get to bother Scott with server upgrades after all this is done.
sweet.
No, it's kind of a pain in the ass.
So
Really.
I authenticate using,
Log in with
The bottom one,
Microsoft.
intro,
Yeah, log in with your Microsoft account.
down below.
It should be the
Not
last
even that
option on
stuff.
that little white box there.
Yeah, log in, intra ID.
At the
Going
bottom.
down.
At the bottom.
oh, thank you.
You're in. Now we just need to get you the damn agent, which I thought it would be accessible.
Yeah, it'd be cool if it was right there. It just lets you.
You know how OneDrive
We'll
will
get
do
you
that
out.
if you
And it
log into
might.
OneDrive site. It's got to be on here somewhere.
You say that.
Well, I'm sure it's free online. So if we just search Nextcloud agent, download and install Nextcloud. Yeah, nextcloud.com/install should take you.
There's the App Store.
There is an app store in
Oh.
here. It's the app. So there's all kinds of crazy stuff that this Nextcloud can do, guys. We basically, yeah, there's a lot of integrations.
You're gonna make us get rid of SharePoint, aren't you, and move us into Nextcloud?
I'm not going to do that. That's going to be the leadership
Oh,
saying, "Why
okay.
are we paying Microsoft all this money? Just beef up but the cost is still going to." So, how servers to be as good as SharePoint, you're going to spend just as much as you would for the licensing. This is
I don't
not
know
going
what
to
that just
be
meant.
nowhere near as fast as SharePoint and OneDrive. We do not have that kind of money.
Oh, okay.
It should be pretty fast and zippy for our resources and for us owning it, but it's not going to be Microsoft bandwidth. You can install Doom. Oh shit, we got disabled games for Paul. Fuck. All right, so
I can get Doom.
I'm gonna
Okay, so
copy this link. I'm gonna send this link to you, Scott, so you can download this. I'm gonna email it to you. Oh shit, you're on Windows. Hold on.
but I mean, I'm an outlier as far as all that goes. It's more important what.
Well, we're also going to be storing sales and executive stuff here as well as my hope. I don't know. I mean, maybe Bill's
Yeah,
there.
the only
I've
other
got SharePoint.
The only other person that uses the Windows machine is Randy.
Yeah.
So we're definitely out.
Yeah, but I don't think this will be just a design and production resource. I think sales,
Oh, I agree.
finance. I think it should be something that we're storing centrally. We have hot data, warm data, and cold data. Hot's SharePoint, warm is Nextcloud, cold is external. And we qualify the data that way. So if we look at our app, our DataStack app, we got our shared documents with everybody. That's on the SharePoint site. I don't think anybody really uses that. We use it as a share early, like in 2018 through 2020. Client shares was developed then after that, which is really taking place, and that probably will stay on SharePoint. Active projects, SharePoint. executive suite, that should be able to be moved. Do we want to start sharing with vendors and partners this way? I think Microsoft would probably still be the better way to go. NWTF shares, especially the old shit, cleaning up some of that stuff and getting the team to use Nextcloud for Fisher design stuff, but only using SharePoint to work with the NWTF team. Maybe I don't know. Like, I'm just trying to spitball here in different ways. Proposals should probably stay hot. Sales should probably stay hot, but some of them could probably get moved to warm or cold. Walgreens should stay. Olin should stay. Ad hoc shares should stay. Anonymous shares should stay. This is NWTF's big one. Completed projects, yes, definitely move everything. Anything on the F drive, this is the old drive that NWTF provided us. I guess we keep it on that drive, but I can connect it to the Nextcloud server, so it still shows up in the files when we look at it. You know, I can hook up external drives to show up in Nextcloud, if that makes sense. So yeah, as we look through and I don't know if we have everything in this list for all of the important places we store stuff, but that's why this app is helpful, is because it just, if we need to move direction somewhere, this is where everything should be listed. Helping us track all that.
Okay, so I didn't see that link if you sent it, but
I was in the
poke
process
around.
of let me I thought you were maybe saying you didn't really need it, but
I mean, I probably don't, but I can take a look at that offline. There's no need for
yeah,
the
just
three of us staring at that.
whenever you get time.
So, but I cannot access anything in the completed folders or completed projects and sales.
Yeah, let me share my
Partners.
screen. I'll show you what I'm looking at here. This is why I'm a little bit.
We didn't know that there was anything yet.
Oh, I do actually see one thing in sales there. It's the thing I uploaded.
Yeah, he uploaded a 140 meg file there. But I was just in here looking at, I guess I didn't keep that screen up. Go back to it. So I was looking at this, and right now we do provide advanced permissions. Completed projects, I guess, share. Again, add to the folder, yes. Can't remove from it. Can you share? I don't want to share. Yeah. No quota. Yeah. Refresh now. Paul, see if you can do anything in there now.
We're in
Completed projects.
completed project. Are there files in there?
No.
No.
And that's probably a good idea. I can probably add a couple in there. Just
I'm still having a hard time getting Doom to work.
Getting what to work?
Let me download it, but it wouldn't do anything.
oh wow. Completed projects. I don't even have access to this. What the flip?
It's taking over.
Yeah. It knows best.
It's already not yet. Tells you what you can and can't do. Gotta click on the button.
There's no
Next to unlimited,
save.
don't you?
There's no save. I'll just give everybody full rights. Do whatever you want.
Now I can. I'm in completed projects and I can make a new folder.
Hey, I can too now.
So can anybody else, huh? That's the problem.
And that's where we were going to get.
Narrow that down.
I'll figure it out. I'm sure it's
Skyrim.
Sure. I'm feeling good.
Skyrim logo. Heck yeah.
Have you seen the new Elder Scrolls? I haven't played it yet. I haven't played a video game in fucking 2 years, maybe 3.
I have not. If anything, my sons probably have, but no.
Oh shit, that's right. I logged out of Nextcloud.
Okay, so we're not going to map. We are threatening to do the app.
I want you
Looking
guys,
at
yeah,
notes.
definitely want you guys to play around with the app this week. Having the agent on there and seeing if you guys think it's going to be too much of a headache for all of you, if it's going to be confusing and adding too much noise. That was my biggest fear, is that, oh, what's this? Can I click this? Can I go here? And there will be a lot of that.
I went down all sorts of crazy shit once I got into their website.
You'll have your Pauls,
Just
and then you'll
for
have your
fun.
people that don't give a shit. But yeah, you're gonna have everything in between. But yeah, they shouldn't be able to break anything or hurt or do any damage.
Right.
Well, you know how you said you can put your personal files here, right? But we don't want it filled up with Nick's vacation photos for all of his life on here when we're already trying to save.
Yeah, I think
space,
I think
right?
that's already being saved on his OneDrive. We want to try to keep. At Fisher
Which is
Design,
good.
yeah, Fisher Design has never really kept things church and state. Like Bill's made that adamant since day one when I met you guys, that you guys are lenient. You want that flexibility with your workstations and whatnot, which makes my job so much easier. So yeah, it's hard to. We want to keep that open, use your device for whatever, but we do need some discipline around. And that's why I'm introducing the concept of data stack. And here's the listed locations. And this is where you're like, if we just have that, that might help mentally
Yeah.
get everybody to use the right place. Where do I go? Oh yeah, we have an app that tells us where we're
Yeah.
supposed to put place. Okay, yeah. So that's
Do what you want, but do it in the right place.
correct. And
Okay.
that comes down to training, and we're not going to micromanage and watch. Yeah, we don't. We're cleaning up the messes because of that leniency. But yeah,
Yeah.
let's
So, so you want us to play around with it? Should we?
this week I want to get with Paul to. We're going to do it together. Start bringing all the completed projects over, putting into here, just copying them and putting them over here. That everything else is
Yeah,
standard
that's
production.
what I was hoping to hear.
Yep.
Right.
So this week,
And it may not be. I mean, what have we lined out on the structure?
as far as I know in
No,
completed
it's-
projects, the way it's going to go
thing-
is it's just going to be. It should be one solid list of projects that could be done in name format, and you have every project there. Are you guys wanting to break that down and put like client or something?
I'm not saying one thing or another. I'm asking a question. And like how you organize it. Is the folder, are the projects sufficiently named to give? Like, is there any kind of library aspect of this that we should think about?
Well, I think what we should think about is, because we're going back so far and the naming convention has changed since then,
Right. Right.
is to put everything in the new archive by client.
I'm not doing it, so I don't care. But do it however you guys want to do it.
Okay.
Well, we just need to decide and think about, give it enough due diligence in terms of thinking about, because otherwise we're just going to move one mess to another if it's a mess right now.
Yeah. So if we look at the current completed project naming schema real quick, let's go there. So the way we had this done before was that it'd be
This is active projects.
correct.
Okay.
It would be by year, and if you did the sort descending, it would have the latest projects towards the top. So, if we go back to the old naming schema, that is. So here would be like the latest jobs that came in, right? As they increase, as they go. Now with the new naming schema, I don't care what you got. You guys have already broken it. Like, yeah, do what you want to. I don't care. I don't even
With
want
the
to look
new
at
naming scheme, you mean right here where you see Dr. Pole _ and that kind of thing, or what?
Yeah, like here, like I can see, oh, this is the year 23. This is this client. Like I can look at this list and quickly get to a project. And I look at this list, I'm like, yeah, it time wise, like
Well, the
they're
thing-
all bumped. Yeah, it's just a weird way to categorize it. That's all.
Well, the thing is, we don't look at. If I'm looking for something, I'm looking for a client. I'm not looking for a year that it was done in.
We don't know
So
whether.
I don't want to see, because I don't remember if it was 22, 23, or 24, so I wouldn't start searching there. But I know I want to go to PGI, or I know I want to go to Earth
Right.
Science. So I look for the client, and then there's just 2 or 3 folders there to look through.
Yeah.
Versus
For a person
20 that start with 23.
for an individual, that's great, but for a system or
Yeah.
a computer, like, because what are business names linear? No, time is linear. So when you use your root to be linear, like a system wants to be able to qualify things. It's not always for a person. Yes, the business name would be the easiest way for you. It's getting to preference to some degree. But when you're looking at a naming schema for systems, you want to start with like that's why times will always be at the beginning of something because it's linear. It's already putting it in order in a timeline for you. So most things in systems look at time
Good.
first, but it's not
Just for clarity, I follow, I think, what you're saying. But for clarity, that there is a time element linear. It's just not primary. So if you look at Osram, Sylvania, then that 25 indicates it's 25, year 25. And then there's an incremental ID after that. So, anyway.
It's not like millions of people are
Yeah.
using this, and we got
Well,
like again, this is for a small group of people that know how they
Right.
want to. If they want to go based off, if
So I guess
it's however you guys want to do it. It's your system. So,
I get-
Paul's the one that's making the decisions on the library, if that's what we're calling
yeah, and are you comfortable with that part in terms of? I like the idea of maybe librarying it out by customer, by client. The only question I have on that would be how clean is it to move? But like if there are 3 tiers, right? Hot, warm, cold, then when we're talking about moving it from hot to warm, we do that. Then what? And maybe Joseph can come up with some quick way of doing that. But then ultimately they'll go to cold, and we don't want to go through 14 or 40 folders to find
it.
it.
Again, now you're starting to think like systems. When you think about systems, you're going to find a better way to do it. When you think like, oh, what can I do for me to get what I need right now? That's when we get into trouble. So, yeah, that right there is a big one. Cleaning up and archiving jobs. We're going off customer first. So we have to go to each customer and go, hey, do you have any jobs that are done? Not just looking at a list and, oh, here's all the jobs that are done. It's backwards to me. That's all.
Okay, so those are just the considerations, and we're kind of exploring it right now, but building out a library, I'm okay with it, but being my client, we just have to be cognizant that at some point we're going to have to iterate through the clients to find the older jobs, which
Yeah,
we
'cause-
probably need.
Which,
Well, so here's
I mean-
here's another question. If I'm looking at a folder and I'm looking for a client, and you're using the old naming schema, if I just type in the first few letters of that, wouldn't it just populate every one of those and it just show me the ones with that abbreviation? Like for instance, if I'm looking at this list right here and I type in HVLN, I search, I should only see the HVLN list. Now this is probably going to try to do AI search and do all this other crazy yeah, exactly. It's not going to do a basic SMB search like it would on the Finder. So yeah, if I'm in here and I just do a search for HVLN, I should be able to see all the. Am I not in the right? Oh yeah, it's because we changed the name. Yeah, all the changes and everything is just yeah, it's driving me mad. But I'm not sure which one has all that. Oh, it's the current. Yeah, that's
So, but I guarantee, I do think that anyone that would be looking for completed projects, that their first look is what client was that.
Yeah.
I do believe.
and Joseph, your concern is that okay, it's highly personalized, right? Not personalized, but in hands-on. Once it's all in clients, someone can't just search by 2023s and throw them away, right? Or move them to cold. But as the client list stays there, you pretty much know, let's say that we've got 50 clients. If we go back to 2023 or however, when we're starting it, we know that, honestly, there's just 10 active clients. So going to find out what needs to go to cold is a little bit easier because you haven't worked on these clients in 3 years. They're nothing that anybody's touched.
Yeah, the way I was
Anyway, it becomes more knowledge based versus system based. I see what I absolutely know what you're saying. But I mean, if you were in this window and you wanted to throw away or move the 23 jobs, you could type in _23.
Yeah.
And all of your folders with that prefix would pop up.
yeah.
So it's the same thing. You can type in client or you can type in a
You
year.
have to go to each client's folder to do that.
You can do it from here.
Well,
Instead of Haviland, type in
build it out.
_23.
let's build the library out and see, and just kind of see what works.
So
I believe the more frequent and more probably if we're going to make a mistake, I think we would make a mistake making it easier to find files for users rather than archiving it. Or not archiving, but really archiving.
yeah, so when we go from phase hot, warm, cold, it's active, completed, closed, right? So active jobs are in SharePoint. Completed projects are in our warm storage. And then once they're closed, they're in cold storage. That's how we were talking about it. This is before we did the active projects folder and everything. This is 2019, 2020. But I was trying to get it to where once a job was completed, it would get marked on whatever app and it would automatically go to the completed projects folder. And that way you would know based on the job where it was. Well, has it been closed? Have we gotten billed for completely and it's been paid and everything's done? Now it can get moved into the cold storage, or we leave it here for so many years and move it to cold storage. There's some kind of process. So as the project lives, so you just know based off of when the project was done, where it should be at in the data stack. That's kind of part of this as we're going, is I'm trying to make it that clean, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And it'd be nice to be able to do that. I'm trying to think of ways to do that, because also what I'm thinking is like, we've got jobs from early 25 that are still open, still billing to, so it's hard to just go by certain reference point.
Yeah,
you have to have a little bit of knowledge.
Do that, right?
Yeah.
But if we're talking years, if you're going, 3 years back, everything should be dead and be able to move things like that.
Yeah.
I'll
I was
figure
also
out a way
thinking
to
about a
search.
color scheme because the folders, we can change the color of the
Ah.
folders. I was thinking about if a job's open, keep it like green or something. And once it's, there's so many different ways to do this, but we have to come up with some kind of solution that everybody will follow because it gives us the results that we're needing. They may not want to go change a folder color as part of our process. I don't
Yeah.
know. Whatever the process is, we need to be able to keep it clear as it's moving through its life cycle.
Right. So that's the only reason I kind of brought up just what the organization of the completed projects really looks like. And I don't think it's just a dump. But maybe it is. I don't know.
Yeah,
So
I'd love it to be a
I'll
weekly
lean on you.
checklist thing, like a weekly checklist. Okay, let's go through here. Any folders now red that have been completed? Let's move them in the completed folder. Okay, that checklist. That way, you're doing a 2-minute job weekly checklist thing rather than every 3 years taking a month or two
Yeah.
to do all this
Right.
stuff.
So ideally, well, we've got some catch-up work to do anyway right now.
Yep.
So if we do that and then and think through how we want to organize that completed projects folder, I think we'll be all right.
Yep.
We'll be way ahead of where we are.
Well, Paul is the gatekeeper for transitioning from active projects to completed projects. That's what we're developing right now.
Yeah.
Meaning that's Paul, you're the one that's responsible. Like IT, we're here to support you and help you, but your job is to ensure that completed projects make it into the completed projects folder in Nextcloud. Organizing that and making it easy for everybody to retrieve. So whatever you do with your library, however you have it set up, the naming schema and the library on this side of the fence on the warm area, I want some kind of like a one pager saying, hey, this is how this is done. Essentially, just something that articulates it. So that way, if you get hit by a bus, AI can help us figure it out.
You think AI can decipher all of this?
Yeah, good luck.
It'll make sense of it.
Blow it to the mind.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's good. Thank you.
I am working on, let's see, information technology archive project folder. So I don't have the SOP in here yet, but we're going to have an SOP and P, a standard operating procedure and policy for Nextcloud. I already wrote one up from our side of it, from the MTP side. Let me grab that for you real quick. So you should have access to that file now. Do you have access to that admin team, Paul? Did we talk about that last week? Did we make him a member?
Admin team.
Yeah, he's
I don't
not.
know.
He's not part of the admin team. Okay, you may not be able to get to this.
I need access.
You need access.
I don't know what all's in here. Let me talk to Bill because I know Bill and I have been putting some stuff in here. I don't think there's really anything in here. Admin docs. Yeah, I want to talk to Bill before we do anything else here, just to make sure. Because this is like the leadership
Way to
admin
tease.
team. What's that?
It's a way to tease.
I know, right? But that's the system is that we have. So documenting our systems is something that I know we need to do, especially if AI is going to be here to help us and govern us and help us stay true to our voice. Having SOP and P is absolutely critical, and you guys don't have a lot of that right now. We haven't talked about a lot of SOP and P with Fisher Design, but it is something I'm working on for you guys and getting in place. So what it is we create a standard operating procedure and policy for all of our systems. Nextcloud is the new system. We developed an SOP and P that will give you guys a baseline for Nextcloud for you to adopt it, but you guys are going to create your own one pager on here's how we use Nextcloud. Like Master Tech Plan says this is the resource to use. Fisher Design's tech plan says this is how we use it. So you create a one page, what we call them supporting documents. You have SOP and P and supporting documents. That's all we use in IT for governance is SOP and P and supporting documents. It's one of those two types of documents. We don't do anything else. I'm trying to make it stupid simple for how we document our systems and organize our work. So we've broken it down by departments here, and obviously this Nextcloud, all this falls under IT. You go into IT. Under the development of SOP and P, this is the things that we're working on now. Again, I'm not fully doing SOP and P with Fisher Design right now. Scott, you and I have talked about this a lot, but this is us having a document when we're done with this objective to say, hey, this is the final completed work that we've done, articulated well, that's signed off by leadership. This is now our archiving system. That it makes it official, if that makes sense. Is that too much for Fisher Design right now? Should I hold off on that for now, or do you guys think that would be helpful to have this documented as we're doing this?
Well, I mean, I would like to make sure we move forward on the core objective and then definitely document, okay, we've got it here. You need Nextcloud. If we hire someone, if we get a new laptop for somebody, oh crap, I need Nextcloud, just kind of
Yep. And we're going to
keep
also
all of that in
the supporting documents and the SOP and P, all that gets translated into the digital workspace. So there will be a page here that takes the blurbs from the supporting document and says, here's how you do this. So the digital workspace that we have under Tech Plan, there should be a under Data Stack, there should be a Nextcloud option that I add here that talks about it.
For me that, and maybe I'm not thinking about it correctly, but for me, it's like, okay, let's get the solution. Let's test it. Let's go, this is what we want to do. This is how we're going to do it. Then you document it and put it into place. And then that you can use that for your training.
Exactly. Yep. So
but we're not there.
Yeah, we tried to. We're trying to build out that documentation as we're building the thing. You won't know until you're done, right? But as you're building it out, it makes it easier as you're doing it to capture that as you're doing that objective, if that makes sense. So,
maybe I just know that it's when it's in flux.
Absolutely. We got to figure out the final touches on that document. So we will flush things out, but after testing, everything's done for it to officially be completed and officially in production for Fisher Design, that documentation would be part of the completion for it to be completed, right? So we'll do the testing, we'll iron out the documentation as it's all wrapped up and then go out. But yes, the work being done, the solution being tested and everything, that's when we can finalize the paperwork, but we try to do it as we're building it out. And sometimes we have a 1-page SOP and P, sometimes we have a 20-page SOP and P. We only have 6 or 7 official SOP and Ps completed so far, so we're very early in this. I'm trying to let you guys know that. I'm hoping I'm not taking up too much space or wasting time right now. I'm just letting you guys know we are trying to document, because AI, think if AI had a SOP and P and supporting documents for everything we do. How good and governing would AI be for us then? What would be the quality of that AI if we had it to that level? That's where we're going.
I definitely see the path, and whether it's right and proper to attack it during the fleshing out process, but
I'm not sure when, or like we're figuring it all out as we do it. We want you guys to come along for the ride and have the results that come with the work that we're doing. So we encourage you guys to play along and do SOP and P with us as we're doing this. I think it'll be worth your guys' time. But yeah,
I think did we lose
Paul's here.
I'm here, Mister.
You might be
I haven't had
minimized as I'm
any
sharing.
Oh, there we go. So I'm installing the Nextcloud.
All right. So, Paul, when do you want to get together this week? Do you want to do Thursday? Try for Thursday, I should say, because I'm at the office Thursdays. If it gets pushed to Friday, my bad, but try Thursday, 11 o'clock.
Remember, he's out next week. Just so you
you want to wait till you're back? Do you want to touch this the week after next, or do you want to work? Like, I don't know what you got on your plate this week, or is this a good week to do it?
Thursday's good.
I didn't know if you had like a bunch of stuff you're trying to get done before you're gone for a week or not. So let me pull up my teams real quick.
Yeah, I mean, some of the things you just have to,
Oh shit!
How
Thursday,
to-
I can't do it 11 on Thursday. I have a meeting that day. My bad for throwing that out there. And I'd rather do it after that meeting. So can we do 1 or Friday?
if you want to do one.
1 o'clock it is.
I've got a network, or excuse me, Nextcloud account, server address, https://cloud.fisherdesign.com.
Yeah.
And it says, it doesn't appear to be valid. Should I, what? Let me just get rid of the HTTPS. Oh, you know what?
Scott, do you want to be on that call when we're going over the library?
Yeah, you
and all
can
that?
put me
You want to be optional?
on. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give them access to my
I do want to show you one thing before you go here, Scott. Something. Remember, I told you about me developing this app, and you said you'd be happy to look at it and help with it eventually.
Sure. I don't know exactly, but sorry.
I know you're doing.
I bet it's recorded when you said you would look at it.
Probably. Now, can AI find it? Okay. You have 85% of my attention now.
Beautiful. So, this guy right here. Let me open this up with Edge. Let me share my screen. All right. So this is Wegman Company's tech plan right now. Okay. This is what a review dashboard. Remember the old review dashboard that you guys have right now that looks like admin team. Go to the dashboard. Where is the dashboard?
There's the dashboard.
To the left, it says dashboard.
Oh, there's the dashboard right there. So give a little blurb of where we are right now. We talk about qualification, where we at with the tech stack, where we at with the workforce, where we at with identity. Then it breaks down the worksheet, talks about the pricing of everything, and breaks down the provided side budget. And then we talk about the apps we're developing and the work we're doing. This is the old dashboard, if you will, for your tech plan. Introducing version 2.0. Now this is our dashboard. It's not exactly the way I like it. There's a few others. Now AI is developing this for me. I have a few different versions here. And it's dynamic too. It's kind of crazy. Like this one I liked best, where it put like this little thing here. Let me open this one up. But I don't know if you're doing any developing with AI right now. But the applications that I'm building based off of the SharePoint list that I have, where it can go grab the list and put it together and tweak it, like it's phenomenal. So I didn't like this. I liked the layout and the look of this one, but I didn't like that I couldn't click on these to get more information. So I told it I want to be able to click on it, and I didn't like the color schema. It needs to be Wegmans color schema. So it went out and found their brand guidelines and pulled in their colors and pulled in their fonts. And it actually found their brand guidelines. This is Hermes or whatever that's on my computer, and I told it where to go look for Wegman information. I can tell where to go look for Fisher information, and it don't worry, everything's secure and locked back here, but it's crazy how awesome this is. So if I click on objectives, it's going to bring me up a little dashboard, breaks down all their objectives, how many are completed, how many are open, how many are roadmap yet to happen, broken down by department. Here's how many objectives there are. Here's all the objectives themselves if you want to go through the list. So it's pretty crazy that I was able to, in one prompt, get that first beta with a few tweaks, get the second one with all this, and that's 2 prompts into it. One more thing I'll show you before we end this little demo here is if we look at my account here, look at usage, the cost of using this. Okay, so I put $100 into it, 150, but I told it my budget was 100. So I went over budget this month. I only did it last week, and I've already spent over that $100 in probably less than a week. So it's not cheap to use this level of AI, but it is local to me, and it's not training anything, and it's blowing my fucking mind. Is what it's doing.
That's good.
So I just wanted to share this with you guys, let you guys get a
Mhm.
glimpse into what I'm doing with AI and how the dashboard, like all the work we're doing, the data stack app we just showed, the workstations that we have, and being able to plug into this AI and say, hey, how can we improve our operations? If it has SOP&P on how we archive things, completed projects, well, once it's built, why don't you just, when you click this, we set up a little thing to make it go into the completed projects itself. It's automated. Not close to that yet. I don't want to freak you out, but I would love to get to automation. Anyway, that's enough.
That's cool. That's cool. I mean, honestly, I primarily use Chat GPT, and I use it for coding, and it's quite good.
Have you
Like-
tried the
Right?
anti-gravity or in these other like what are you doing it in? Like what are you writing your code in?
It knows what I like. I'll put in some baseline technology I'm developing with SQL Server. I've got using web forms, VB, et cetera, et cetera. I flesh out what I want to do. I'll give it sample code, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And sometimes it takes me down a friggin' rabbit hole.
That's why we still need people.
Wait, stop, reset. Like it gets stubborn.
Yeah.
You know, no, that doesn't work. I'm telling, let's reframe. Okay.
Are you using
But,
Codex? Are you using the Codex version?
It's kind of incorporated. I use 4.5, the 4.5.
But you're just doing it in
Yeah.
normal chat like this, right? Well, I'm not
Mhm.
sharing my screen now.
I've got a project. It just remembers.
Its memory's gotten so much better.
But what I was going to say, as far as training and that type of thing, we can totally use at least most of them. Once you get to a certain purchase level, it's not training; it's yours, and they know that that's part of their business model. Like companies would not play if their stuff is all about.
Absolutely. Well, I don't know if you're paying for it, you should have Codex, and it's
I do.
yeah. So I don't know if they have I'm pretty sure they have a Windows version of Codex, but it will actually, like your IDE or whatever you're using, it will work with it. Like it actually, yeah, it's
Right.
it's
I
dangerous.
haven't integrated all of that yet. But as far as I can tell, the trajectory is going to be, you still need to know what the hell you're doing.
Oh, absolutely.
I
It's a
mean,
tool. It's a calculator.
Yeah.
It's a calculator for us,
But
creators and
it's-
developers. Yes.
you know what it's like how the hardcore developers kind of got replaced with Indians.
What?
Yeah.
I think there's going to be engineers they're just not going to outsource it and just use AI for the detailed coding.
Yeah, they won't need 20 designers
won't.
with a hierarchy of. They'll just need a small team, maybe 3 people.
And to be honest, I think the language barrier will be less to communicate your business need via an AI engine rather than, like you said, 20 people with 2-3 project managers. I'm working with these teams, a couple projects with Dell through their India team, the Deloitte team over there. And you got, I'm not kidding you, I've had these, meetings and there's like 40 people. And me. I'm like, what are you all doing? And like, why are you here?
Well, somebody's at the top getting all your ideas and picking the best of the best, and they're just using. Like, yeah, it's crazy. I can only
Well,
imagine.
no, they're trying, they have they have an objective, they have a business objective,
Yeah.
and they're just like, I don't know why all of you all are on this meeting right now. And whoever is raising their child right now, turn them mute on, please. You'll have all these background noises and it's amazing.
I'm surprised
Anyway,
whoever's hosting it
I'll
doesn't mute
stop
everybody. Yeah. But yeah, it's exciting times to be in marketing and development, which we get to play in both worlds, which is awesome. So hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully we're on the right track with this Nextcloud thing.
That's fun stuff, yeah.
Yep. Let me know
All
if you
right,
guys have any other
and
questions.
you have a meeting scheduled for Friday to kind of go over actually building out a library for testing, right?
I did. You guys should be getting it as we speak right now.
Okay, groovy. Thanks, y'all.
See you Thursday.
Time to eat.
Thanks,
All right,
guys.
Friday, right? Sorry.
Well, no, we landed at 1:00 on Thursday. If that doesn't work for you, let me know.
No, that's fine. I thought you said Friday.
I put you down. I put
All
you
right,
down
cool.
as optional. Yeah.
All right. Thank you,
sir.
Joseph.
Hi, I'm the AI receptionist for Cincinnati Solutions Group. I can answer questions, take a message, or schedule a time to connect. How can I help you today?
Tell Jay Gates he's supposed to get with me to have a meeting by today. I need to know what he's doing.
All right, I'll let Jay know you're expecting a meeting with him today and that you need an update on what he's doing. Is there anything specific you want him to prepare or talk about, or just a general update? And do you want him to call you back at this number?
No, tell him he's gay.
I can pass along a professional message or help with scheduling, but I can't deliver that. If there's anything else you'd like Jay to know, or if you want to set up a meeting, just let me know.
I'm happy about his homosexual campaign he's doing.
Got it. I'll let Jay know you're supportive of his campaign. If you want to add anything else or set up a time to talk with him, just let me know.
All right, you bastards. I'm heading to the park to get some work done. Keep it heavy. Keep it real. I'll talk to you next time. Peace.